If you can do a motto or a catchphrase for your business, what would it be? What is the catchphrase?
Motto?
Yeah, like a catchphrase for your business.
Free naps included with your service.
Ooh, free naps.
Free naps. You got that music, you got that aura of the studio, and you get a free nap. We all know a lot of people don't sleep that much. So you get your lashes done, and then you get free naps too. So that would be my motto. Free naps included.
I think you've been screwed over your entire life because all the naps I've ever taken were free. So I don't know where you've been paying for your naps, but I want to let you know now you should not be paying for your naps. As a freelance videographer, I run into many obstacles both creatively and financially. So I met with inspiring and motivating individuals who are breaking these boundaries, turning their passions into a source of income. My goal is to gain a new perspective through the experience and challenges they face each and every day. My name is MJ Vallejo, and this is the Creative Crucible Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of the Creative Crucible Podcast. Today, I have a special guest with us today. I think I say that with all of the guests, so everybody who I have on here is going to be special in their own way and niche. But with that being said, I do have Mariell. She recently corrected me. I've been saying Mariell for the past, I think, 8 or 9 years that I've known her, but today is the day where I'm finally corrected.
Mariell. It's Mariell too. I mean, I'm not super picky about how people pronounce my name. My parents called me Mariell, so growing up, like I said, I just told people to call me Mariell. So that's how it is now.
Well, you know what? I actually want to start this podcast episode with a little gift. I have a gift for you.
You have a gift?
All right.
What is it?
First of all, before I open this bad boy up.
Food.
I want to make a quick shout out to Sam of What Up Silicon Valley podcast, and he is also the host of the newly debuted Soul Seeker podcast. So if you're looking for some cool branded swag, hit up Swagworks. But this is what I get.
A lunchbox.
I didn't get your lunchbox. The lunchbox is mine. So I do have a water. I know you brought your own water.
Oh, yeah. More water is good.
But more importantly, we have the White Claw.
Can I drink it now?
You could drink it now.
Oh my God.
I have raspberry. That's the red grapefruit that you have.
I have a hard time opening this.
Please.
Oh wait, which one? Let me see.
I also have raspberry and raspberry.
Now let's stick to grapefruit.
Okay, you're gonna stick to grapefruit. I'll crack one too then.
Yes, and then we can cheers it.
I think. There we go.
Whoops.
We're spraying all over the studio today. No problem at all.
It took me a while to actually like this.
Really? Wait, cheers.
Oh, oops.
There you
Cheers.
Go.
But I personally like Truly's more.
Oh, I'm totally losing sponsorship now because of you.
They have this flavor. It's like guava passion fruit. That one's so good.
Guava passion fruit. Ooh, that sounds super tropical and Hawaiian. Not that I would know anything about that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I love White Claws.
White
Claw sponsor me. White Claw sponsor me. So, my first question. I know you're into. I want to say my ignorant self would say you're a beautician or into cosmetics or whatnot. What exactly do you do?
So I have a lash extensions business, but I'm an esthetician. So under that, it's facials. You can do waxing, lash extensions. But I'm actually not into facials. The reason why I got my license to be an esthetician is to open up my own space to do lashes. But yeah, I just do strictly lashes. Maybe in the future I might want to do brows. That's a whole nother field, but I'm still building up my business, still building up my clientele.
Oh, okay. So your main, this gain is super high. There we go. Okay. So your main incoming business is actually the lash extensions currently. What is the name of your business?
My business name is Marvelush Beauty. So it's like marvelous, but with a lush in the end. And I wanted to do Marvelash, for lashes, but just because I do want to expand to maybe brows or waxing in the future, I wanted to have just like one business name because, you know, like it's just, I wouldn't want to have to change my name afterwards. So it's a little bougie, but I like it. And it has my name on the front. So I wanted something with my name on the front too.
Oh, okay.
Like
See,
Mar.
when I first heard of your business name, Marvelush, I thought it was because you're like a big Captain America fan.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah, it's Marvel. Yeah, I know, but it works. I mean, you can take it like that too if you want.
So did you go to school for any of this kind of stuff? I know you recently graduated from San Jose State, so congratulations on that.
Thanks. I'm in debt now, so that's that.
So do they have is that a cosmetic degree?
No, my major was actually public health or health science. That's more like not into beauty at all. It's very broad, but it's a bunch of like admin work, I would say. You can work with the community too, but I was just like so far into the major and I wanted to get my degree. So I just like went for it. And then like when I was almost done getting my degree, that's when I started to want to do lashes. And it was like just a hobby at first. And I've always been into beauty. Like I used to freelance makeup like with my friends. And then when I first started getting lashes done, I didn't even know I wanted to do it in the future. I just knew that I wanted to be like in the beauty industry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So have you always been into the whole beauty thing? Like back in high school, was that always the plan?
No, because I wanted to be practical. That's why I stayed in college and I just like persevered through. But I'm glad that everything worked out. Like my heart knew from the get-go that I wanted to be in beauty. Like in high school and college, I was just like, I want something practical, like, you know, like to make my parents proud, to get my degree. And it's just like crazy that it just goes full circle that I actually just went back to what I loved at first.
Yeah, I think that's, especially when you're getting older, I feel like going to what you said about the whole full circle thing, it's where your heart really was this entire time.
Exactly.
And a lot of times, getting a college degree really, I feel like, is more of a personal goal rather than a career goal. And for me personally, that's what it is. It really is just a career goal.
Yeah, and it's good to have under your belt too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the reason why I'm still in school, which I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend college for everyone, but the thing is, if you do want to broaden your horizons, and maybe if you do say like, hey, I'm gonna move to Portland suddenly, then you actually have a fallback, something to fall back on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, well, where did you go to beauty school? You said you went to school for that too?
Yeah. So I went to esthetician school. It's called KZ Academy in Milpitas. It's actually a smaller school, but like a bunch of my lash friends go there now too. So a lot of us started doing lashes first, and then like, you know, we're serious about it. So that's why I wanted to just get my license so I could open up my own space.
Oh, okay.
Because lashing right now is super saturated. It's so popular. Like when I first took my class, that was like almost 2 years ago, I couldn't find a class to take. Like no one was teaching. It wasn't that big yet, but out of nowhere, it's like, now it's like everyone's doing lashes. I'm sure you know too, like there's so many people doing lashes, which is cool. It's cool for our community, you know? Yeah,
you know, that's, so, but you've always been into lashing since high school, or like were you just like into cosmetics?
Into cosmetics, yeah, just like beauty in general.
Oh, so you did like freelance, like you're like a freelance makeup artist and stuff like that?
Yeah, I was like so into makeup. And now I don't even have time to put on a face. But yeah, I was just so into makeup. My Instagram was just like all about like makeup and all that. And I loved falsies. Like I love wearing falsies. And now I can't even wear falsies. Like falsies who? I can't,
okay.
Just because like just having extensions on, it just makes a big difference. It's kind of like more convenience, you know, especially for, like, I have a lot of clients who are like moms, who are nurses. And it's like, it's more convenience. Like they're just ready to go when they have it.
How does it work though? So is it similar to a falsie lash and you just freaking stick it on there with like kind of a super glue?
Oh my gosh, no. So we lash every single natural lash with, well, it depends. There's different styles of lashes. But what I have on, I actually just got it done today. This is a volume, so it's just like fans pretty much. Could be like more than maybe like 5 for the volume, and that's on one natural lash. And it doesn't touch your skin, so people say, oh, extensions are like harmful for your eyes. But it doesn't touch your skin, it just touches your lashes, and it grows out as your natural lashes. Like we have our hair grows out in cycles, so it just falls out naturally too.
I'm looking at them right now. I'm gonna say there's about over 200 of those on right now. So
there's a lot.
So are you telling me whoever you went to, they individually put every single lash on there?
Yeah, but then one lash with like, you know how it seems like it's a lot. One lash has like 5, but it's stuck into one natural lash. I know it's hard to like understand like the technicalities of it, but this takes 2 hours, 2.5 hours actually. So it's very meticulous work. Like whoever said that lashing is easy is not right, because it's a lot of brain power. Like you have to have like steady hands. Like I can't even drink coffee when I do lashes just because I'm very naturally like a high-strung person. So like it was a big change for me because I love my coffee. You know I love my coffee.
Oh, dude, I love coffee too. And you hear that, everyone? It's not easy.
It's not easy.
So stop saying it's easy.
Yeah.
Unless you want to, I don't know, put lashes on people's brows or something.
Yeah.
My goodness. So at your beautician school, that you said you do facials and all of that too.
So I know how to do facials. I know how to wax. But my specialty is lashes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So for the facials, because I see that all the time when I'm at like the salon I go to. What is that? Is that when they pop the pimples on your?
Yeah.
That's so
extractions.
gross, dude.
I would not. That's why I couldn't do facials because I'm like not trying to do extractions.
That is
like
so gross.
I can't even do it on myself. Like.
Yeah. So the salon I go to, I actually do get like facials. They do extractions, and the thing is, like, my pores are big, so then like I'll break out all the time. So the second I walk into my salon, the lady who typically does extractions on me, she just I can see her eyes light up the second I walk in because
she's like, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Because the second I walk in, she'll look at my face up and down and she'll be like, oh,
what do we have today?
I'm about to go in on this guy's pores.
Oh my God.
And I don't know, like, is it supposed to hurt like that?
Yeah, because there is some pressure, so it's gonna hurt no matter what.
Like really hard, because it feels angry when she does it because she's just like, you know.
I think it's supposed to hurt, yeah. Because it's not like they numb you or anything. It's literally just like you doing it yourself, but you actually have a tool that's doing it for you and a person doing it for you. But yeah, it's going to hurt no matter what.
But I thought popping your pimples was bad because you get scars.
That's what I thought too. But if they're like ready, like you can, if they're ready, they're like white.
Don't say it like that. Like it's a ripe fruit.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That is so terrible. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. But I mean, facials was cool. Like I liked doing it when I was still in school. Like we were able to like get facials done on each other. Like we would practice on each other. But I just get tired doing it because it's just like the same steps, and then like there's music playing on the background, and it's just a little boring to me. Like I love getting my face done though, but at least with when I do lashes, it's like I literally have to be like focused all the time. Like I can't be like tired because it's like very little,
Yeah.
And that's why like even my eyes are compromised sometimes, just because I'm like under the light for like 6-8 hours sometimes a day. So it's like a lot.
I feel like if I would never get lashes, but let's say I was a girl and I went to go do it. I think my biggest fear is getting a sty. Does that happen?
I've never had a client have a sty, but then I've had a client that wanted to get extensions and then they had a sty, like just from like, I don't know, if they don't clean their face or something.
How does that happen though? Do you glue the lash onto?
I would not do the service at all. That's just like a liability for you.
No, I know.
Yeah. And I'm glad that they tell me before too, because they know.
Oh man. So I know that do you have a specific location? Where do you do your services at?
So at my salon, my studio suite is actually going to open up next month on my birthday week. So hopefully it's still like that week. But I'm still doing my services at home, which is, it's whatever. But I am going to have my space up. So that's my next step.
Oh, okay. Are you going to have like cool lights like this up here? Are you going to like, is lighting? I'm sure lighting is really important when you're doing this kind of stuff.
I have 2 lights. I have like it's a ring light like that, but it's just like the ring. And then I have like a separate like beauty light that's like literally like right there. And it's so bright, but yeah, it works.
So when you said that you started your interest in the whole beauty industry started back in high school.
Yeah.
So I want to ask because I think we're the same age, yes?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say my age on.
I thought you were a year older too. But yeah, we are the same age.
I'm 24 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So our high school days, even I'm gonna shamelessly admit, in high school, there was something satisfying about watching Michelle fan videos. And although I'm not into makeup or anything, that's kind of like, there's something like, she was like the only one at the time doing it. Did you watch it as well?
Yeah, I loved her. Like she was like the OG.
Yeah.
Now you don't see her there much often, but
she actually posted last week.
I seen, her videos.
Yeah,
I seen.
Dude, that was wild. I think
it was like her studio tour, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it took beauty social media by
Yeah, because she
storm.
was the OG. Like she doesn't post that much anymore. Just because I think she was too consumed into like being an influencer and all that pressure. But she's just doing good for herself.
Yeah, I feel like back in the day, a lot of these beauticians or makeup artists, they were even like models as well.
Yeah.
And recently, what I've seen is a transition where if you're a makeup artist on Facebook or Instagram, you're also a comedian. Have you seen like there's like a lot of like beauticians that are comedians at the same time? Yeah. So like, are you a comedian?
No, I think I'm just naturally weird and funny. So I don't know if they can take it like that.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
What about?
I wish.
I know. What about like in terms of marketing? So I was lurking.
That's very important.
Yeah, I was lurking on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Last night for Marvelush, and it seems that your very first post for that account was that this year. You started that account this year?
No, it was last year. Yeah. I think. Yeah, it was last year.
So how many times a day are you posting, and like where do you get majority of your inquiries?
I get it through Instagram, like through my posts, and actually word of mouth is really popular too. Like a lot of my clients are through word of mouth, like especially like coworkers, and then like if I do like I can do like somebody's cousin and someone's sister. So I think word of mouth is actually a little bit more popular than Instagram, but they both work well together. But marketing myself, I post like once or twice a day. And that's very important. I'm still confused with like the whole Instagram algorithm.
Yeah.
Are you?
So everyone, actually my last guest that we lightly touched on the whole Instagram algorithm. Now it's kind of like, if you want to, I think what I understand is if you show up on the explore page on Instagram, it's because you have more engagement. Yeah. And it's not, and I don't think they really care about likes anymore. It's more of like people got to comment on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned too. So with like I have like lash friends. We actually have like our own group on Instagram where we all, we talk, we share tips and all that. But we engage in our posts, each post, and that just like helps each other out, for more engagement on Instagram. It's weird how it's like that, but I mean, if you want more of your work to be exposed out there, to have like, more people inquire in your page, then that's something that you need to learn and need to do.
It sounds like you're in a personal/private Instagram pod. Are you familiar with that?
Am I in that?
Are you familiar with what Instagram? I think they're called pods. So what it is a group of people, they come together and they mutually agree that every time somebody posts on Instagram, everybody has to comment and like
Yeah.
that photo. And although there's a lot of services and online services out there where you could sign up and a bunch of strangers are going to comment on your stuff, but it almost sounds like your pod is more organic because you actually know these people.
I know all of them. Most of them went to my beauty school too, so it's nice. Like we hung out a few times already, so it's like, I mean, I'm commenting on their page because I want to, not because I have to. Just I like genuinely like their posts, and we're friends. So it's like, yeah, I guess I am in a pod. Yeah.
A pod.
I never heard of that term. Yeah.
Instagram pod, everyone. Search it up. There's some out there. There's actually some Instagram pods out there where you got to pay like $50 a month. But with $50 a month, you get like 1,000 strangers commenting and liking your post. But it's really, I don't think it's organic though.
Yeah.
Because the problem is a lot of people, I think on Instagram nowadays, we all like to count the numbers, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the thing is, we like to measure success through the numbers of likes and the numbers of comments, right? And you feel like you made it, and we like to have, a lot of people like to have that stimulus.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you're using social media as a business, it's not exactly measuring the success or the livelihood of your business, simply because if somebody gets 1,000 likes or whatever, right, but they get no clients off of that, it generally means nothing.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, cool, you got 1,000 people that support your work, but how many of those likers are becoming flipped into your actual clients, right? I would literally rather have 5 or 10 likes per post and get one client out of all of them.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what's more important over here. And I know it sounds kind of money hungry, but like that's what everybody on this podcast is about. We use social media to run our business and not as a, well, I mean, I guess we use it as a social platform too. We all have like personal accounts and whatnot. But now that we're in this realm, how important, because I know, as you already know, in the, let's just, I guess we'll just stay in Instagram. We'll stay in that avenue right now.
Yeah.
How important is it to be involved with your community? Because you see a lot of photographers and you see a lot of videographers on Instagram, and we're all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I'm going to say it right now, if I see one of my videographer or photographer friends post a photo or a video, I'm going to like it without even consuming it, right?
Yeah.
So how important is it for you to be in touch with your local industry people?
It's very important. Just because I feel like it's also important for your peace of mind. Like I said, like doing lashes is not easy. So it's nice to have like that group of people that go through the same struggles as you. And it's also good to network with them because it's just nice to have people that know what you're going through, one of my lash friends is actually trying to do like, she's doing a lash summit where she invites like lash people, even like business people to come. And that's pretty cool of her to do. And that's like one thing that is important because we're engaging in the same place, and it's just nice to have to be exposed to that. Yeah.
And Lash Summit, what is that? Is that like a community type of deal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not just centered within like the lash community, but it's within like, like growing your small business too. Her name is mickbeauty.co, by the way.
Nick Beauty?
Mick Beauty.
Mick
Beauty. Her name is Mackenzie.
Oh.
I'm going to send you this video, girl. But yeah.
Okay, so
she is popping. She's like, her business, like the way she's branding herself is very inspiring to me.
I'm seeing a pattern and trend here in the beauty industry. A lot of play on words.
Yeah.
We got Marvelush and Mick Beauty.
Yeah.
Look at that. See, I'm so boring. I'm just like VallejoCinema.com.
Yeah.
That's it. If you like the work, that's fine. All right, let's go back into talking about Marvelush. You said you officially launched this brand last year, or was it this year?
So my business name or my Instagram handle was lashesby.mar for the longest time, and I just came up with my business name last month. about last month. So this whole thing is just starting out.
Oh, okay. So it just started out, and I know, like you mentioned earlier. Excuse me, this White Claw, man. Anyways, you mentioned earlier that previously, before you focused into lashes, you did a lot of freelance makeup, and I'm assuming that you're doing things like weddings or prom and things like that.
I did prom.
Oh, you did prom? Okay.
I've never done a wedding, and I feel like I would never do a wedding.
Why not?
It's just so stressful. Like,
what?
I mean, I've never done one, but like, like the stories that I hear, like, I mean, I just feel like that's so much stress because that's like their special day, and like makeup is it's like a big deal for their special day. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I have friends who got married and they're like, I didn't like my makeup on my wedding day. My sister-in-law didn't like her makeup for her wedding day. So it's like a lot of, it's just, I don't want to be that person.
You know what it is? So I've worked about 12 weddings this year doing video. I want to say that's a little bit, I guess, delusional, because the thing is, as you know, the wedding day is a stressful time, right?
Yeah.
People spend thousands of dollars for the most stressful day in their life.
Right.
Right. What a great return
For others.
Yeah. What a great return of investment,
Yeah.
right? Even with the wedding that you and me both attended recently, like by the time I was at the ceremony, like I was gone.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, dude, this couple spent, by the way,
We love you, by the way.
big shout out to Roma and Jose. What a beautiful wedding.
We loved your wedding.
Oh, that was such a great wedding.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I was a little bit gone.
Same.
That's all bad. So, but the thing is, I feel like when you're in a time of stress, you're looking for everything to go wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not because you're negative, it's because you're just trying to be prepared for when something bad does happen.
Yeah.
So, all in all, every makeup artist, you've done a great job.
Yes.
Don't sell yourself short. Everything is cool.
Look up to all of you guys.
Exactly. Do you ever do have you ever done like model or like photo
Yeah,
shoot?
I've done some models before, and then I've done prom. Prom is when I was like mostly in business with my best friend Amory, who she still does it sometimes, but she's not out there as much as she should, by the way, but she should be. Yeah, so she does makeup still for people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, now that you mentioned that name, I was lurking on other stuff other than your Instagram last night. Now, the thing is about that, because you mentioned Amory, I saw that you were, you had a organization or a brand with a group of friends back in the day. Because I watched a few of those videos. You're doing like video shoots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What was that about? Because I was a little bit confused, because I know you guys are all into like makeup and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I saw it seemed fashion based. What was that?
Yeah, so Amory, so there's 4 of us in there. So I did the makeup. Amory did makeup. Actually, no, me, Amory, and then her sister Ashley was also my best friend. We did makeup, but then Ashley and Kim, they styled. And then Amory ends up styling too. So they pretty much did a lot of everything. But yeah, that was pretty cool. They still do it though. My route was like in a different, I was more focused into beauty, and that's what I wanted to focus on. So that's why it didn't really work out for me. But we're still best friends. They still do it. Like, it was a pretty cool thing. Like, we were in like video shoots. They work with like HBK and Pilo before. So yeah, we worked with a videographer, Adrian. He's a really cool guy, by the way. So we worked with him, and we had all of our gigs and stuff. And it was a cool thing.
Look at that.
That was before lashes though. So after that,
okay.
and I was just like, I'm focusing on what I want to do, and this is what I want to do. And I don't see myself in like, the music video industry. But it was a cool thing to be part of.
It seems like you niched down, and I hear that all the time. Where it's kind of like you could be in like the entire beauty and fashion industry, or you could do a primary focus on a single thing. And I think that's where people really like bloom into their careers, which I have noticed on you.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about we're still in those videos that I watched last night.
Go for it.
What is the inspiration by that? Because when I saw that, I was like, dude, this is...
our lookbooks?
The lookbook thing.
Oh, I loved our lookbooks.
What's up with that?
It was just a fun thing. Like, we loved dressing up. I loved doing makeup.
Yeah.
And then we just wanted people to see it too, you know?
Uh-huh.
I don't really consider ourselves like influencers even at that time. It was just a fun thing that we did, and people liked it and liked us, so we just kept doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It almost seemed like an urban type of look, kind of.
Each video had like different themes into it, so we would have like our days where we would be like, oh, so what are you gonna wear for this? What makeup look are you gonna do for that video? And then Adrian was helping us too, so he was like, oh, what kind of theme are we gonna do for the whole video? So it was like we worked together on the video and like the style of our lookbooks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
that's dope.
I love our videos. Sometimes I'll be watching it like for all of our videos all at once, and I like text my friends like, oh my gosh, I can remember that time. And yeah, it was like a nice thing. We were not as busy as we are now, so we had more time for that, you know?
Yeah. See, that seems like that's really cool that you could look back and just kind of reflect on like where you once were and compare it to like where you are now in your career. Because for me personally, when I look at my videos about like 2 or 3 years ago, I don't do that. I cringe. Seriously, I'm like...
There were some videos where we're just like, oh my God, like what are you... like? But it was still like good, you know, like remembering the memories of it.
Yeah.
Just like the experience was like fun.
Oh man, see, all my past videos are super cringeworthy, and I'm just like, oh, why did I do that? I wish I can go back in time.
No, all your videos are good. Which one?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the first compliment of the Creative Crucible podcast.
I'm not even lying.
No, she's lying, but
You've
it's okay.
like progressed so well. Like I remember when you were like starting out. And then like Mazzy tells me like, oh, you have all these gigs. You forget you have plans because you have all these gigs. Like, you know, focus on that.
Oh
girl.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like
it's because the camera. It's because the camera's rolling. That's what we're doing.
No.
Yeah, that's why I did a podcast, because I suck. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna stay positive. Positive podcast. That's what we're doing here. So I recently, I want to go back to your lash business. The thing is, I have seen a high demand for these lashes, and I want to say a lot of people are doing it. Now, I hate saying this word, but I am going to ask. Do you feel like the lash installer, what, tech? Is it technician?
Lash industry? Lash artist, lash tech.
Okay. Do you feel like the recent popularity for it has made the market a little bit saturated?
Yes,
okay.
Definitely. So back then when lashing wasn't really big, it's expensive. Like having lashes, it's a luxury service. It takes like sometimes 3 hours at most. So full sets could range from $150 to $200. That was before. But the fact that there's so many people doing it now and there's so many new artists, it's making the prices go down.
Oh.
So it's like, why will I go to Sally when Heather is charging half the price, you know?
Come on, Heather.
But it's like, yeah, it's definitely saturated, but we're trying to bring it back up just because, you know, you don't want to charge for a service. You have to charge for the quality of service, you know? But yeah, that's something that's definitely happened for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has risen in popularity because I do see a lot of it online.
Yeah.
But what do you feel about the future of the lash industry? I'd say in respects to your own personal thing. Actually, I'll just reroute the question. When you first started Marvelush, what do you wish that you've known then that you do now? Anything, either creatively, financially, or even just the infrastructure of your business overall.
I would say to not worry about time, because that's like my biggest issue, like worrying about time on my sets. Like I'd rather take 3 hours for a full set than 2 hours or 1.5 hours for a full set and have like the quality of work, not good of a quality of work, you know? That's, so like in the beginning, I was like so stressed about that, and I wouldn't charge as high because of that, you know?
So you were Heather when you first started.
I was Heather.
Oh, come on, Heather.
Yeah.
By the way, if there's any Heather out there, I'm so sorry. This is just an example name, a filler word. But anyways, yeah. So okay.
Yeah, like, and that's why, like I said, like before, like it's good to have the community, my lash friends, to help me, like, to have my confidence there, because I'm still learning that my prices right now, it should be higher. Not because I'm just saying, you know, like I'm good. It's just the service as it is as a whole, it should be higher. Like if you're in other places outside of San Jose, their prices are so much higher than ours.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like that.
And that's the one thing I feel like is an issue about a lot of freelance or even newly or small businesses. A lot of people don't really understand the overhead that goes into it. Because, for example, let's say somebody wants to do lashes or whatever, they want like a corporate video, and
there's so much work that's put into it. Your money goes back into your business.
Absolutely, because the thing is, like, say let's just say, for example, you start charging like whatever $600 for lashes, and then someone's gonna be like, I'm just gonna say, let's say you charge $800 for lashes.
I would never, but
one day, because Marvelush is gonna be a
$800.
It's gonna be called you're gonna be called the Marvelush Empire one day.
Oh my God,
it's gonna be sick.
You said it here first.
There
guys.
we go. So yeah, say for example, whatever, you're charging this amount of money, and a lot of people, and it takes you about what, 2 hours to do, or 3?
Yeah, 2.5.
About 2.5 hours, right?
3 if they have like a bunch of lashes.
Exactly, and
it's a lot of time.
And the one problem is, a lot of people think that it's like, wait a minute, you're charging blah blah blah. You're getting paid like $300 an hour. Like, what the heck? I get paid like $25 an hour. How does that work? Well, it's like, dude, you don't. It's not just the service that you're paying for. It's the fact that you went to beautician school. Yeah. You paid for that. You took the time and you have the experience. Yeah. The fact that you have this nice little ring light, and do you have a reclining chair?
It's not no, not yet, but my place will have one. But it's still, I have a bed. Like I have a beauty bed. I have like my lights, and each year I'm still gonna continue to further my education in lashing. Like it's still a growing thing, you know. There's still different techniques that I want to learn from other artists from around the world. Like there's this person in Russia that's really good. So it's like, learning doesn't stop here, you know, like after my license, after my business is up. So.
Right. And that's my point. The thing is, there's a lot of behind the scene costs that a business owner has to go through, and that's exactly why they're charging a certain amount of money. And it's not because they're trying to scratch away at the most pennies that you can get. It's because I'm sure you've done this. You've gone through the spreadsheets and you've gone through the calculations, and you're kind of like, especially when you start out, you calculate it in a way where you're like, how much can I charge now where it's low enough that I'm not losing money? Yeah. But it's still worth my time. And of course, you know, when you're first starting out, you do have to charge a certain amount so you can get your first clients and build your portfolio and of course your experience as well. But that being said, I do have a question for you that is important. It is the subject of free work. Now, the thing is, in the community that I'm in, whether it's photography or video work, free work when you first start out and you're forming your business is really important, because since it's more of a performance and entertaining style industry, you kind of have to prove yourself every time you produce a piece of work. It's like an ongoing audition. Does that kind of work in your industry, in the beauty industry, where you have to do free work first? Yeah,
not much now, but when I first started out, I did free sets. Like, I feel like I did a lot. Like, for the first month, a lot of my coworkers, my family, I did free sets for it because like I didn't know, like I'm doing their lashes and their lashes are gonna fall out like the next day. Like I don't know that yet. I'm new, and it was also good to build my portfolio because like I only had Instagram at the time, so you had to obviously post your work so you can be exposed to to clients. But yeah, I did a lot of free work, and it's still nice. Like I still got a tip if they want.
But do you think it's beneficial? So if anybody who's getting into it, okay,
I think it's beneficial.
Okay.
And even if you don't want to do free work, charge like what, $20 or like a model fee that they know of, But I think free work is important just because.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I think. So
yeah,
I'm
not too much though, but Yeah,
not too much.
Not too much.
Maybe enough to have like maybe 6 posts on your account?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I would say what I would assume and what I would do is if I'm doing free work, say I'm a makeup artist and I do free work, it's like, hey, I'll do your makeup for free. I know you have this event coming up or prom. The only thing I do ask is you give me a shout out on the story.
Yeah.
You post a photo of your makeup and you tag me in it. And it's not because, the reason why I want you to do that is because I am in the process of building my business and it would help me out a lot.
Definitely.
And by the way, I spent all this freaking money on cosmetics. So I hope you do because you just got a free makeup job.
Yeah.
service.
Most of the time,
Okay.
it's trade work. Like, you'll shout them out afterwards too.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So what is your dream or your goal for Marvelush? Because you said on your birthday week you will be launching. By the way, you should throw a birthday party at your studio.
Oh my God, if it was only that big. It ain't that big, but I think I do want to have like something like, champagne and mimosas or something.
It's like champagne, but we're going to pop bottles outside because this is a new studio. We're not trying to lose our...
I know.
We don't want you to lose your deposit now.
I know.
So,
But I do want to open up my own, like, not full service salon just because I'm not into hair, but like facials, waxing, something like that.
Okay, maybe one day you would like... What about employees? Have you ever thought about that?
So for the employees, I feel like I want them to be their own business because I don't want them to work under me. I want them to thrive for themselves, because I don't want to be working under somebody and like, just that's not my thing at least.
Yeah.
Like being commissioned and stuff, like, and it's my work, like all that. So I don't know. I feel like I'm going to figure that out, like how that's going to work. Maybe pay rent or something. But yeah, if I were to have a full service or a studio with like other lash people or facial estheticians in there, then it would be something like that. Like I wouldn't want them to work under me and like I take half their cut,
Yeah, I think that's similar to like how barbershops do it, or even like kind of like salons where you pay for the space of your chair.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important that it's appointment based only.
Yeah.
But that being said, like, is there any beauty salon or lash business currently that you look up to and that you wish, like, wow, like you walk into their establishment and you're like, wow, this is a cool place. I want to have this one day.
Yeah. Not yet. I mean, in the area, not yet. Just because everyone's still doing their individual businesses. But yeah, maybe in the summer. Well, there's Lux and Cut. She's like my inspiration. She's actually just starting out to open her own business. I'm not sure how she's going to go about like employees and stuff, but she's somebody that I look up to, like the way she brands herself, the way she carries, like how her business is going to be like aesthetically for her Instagram too, like how it's laid out. That's somebody I look up to. I took her class. I'm not just saying that because I took her class, but like I took her class just because I am inspired by her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's from Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is the aesthetic of like your shop going to look like, and I'm just saying this because this is the only salon or whatever shop I know of, like Dry Bar?
Like all the lights and stuff?
Or something, because, okay.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I've been there.
Okay.
I've been there once.
Is it cool? Because every time I walk...
They give you free alcohol too, I think. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, something like that.
Dang. You know where else you get free alcohol? the Creative Crucible podcast.
Yeah, let's cheers to that.
I don't even know why I'm advertising in my own podcast. This doesn't make sense. Okay. So what do you think is the future of, I'm kind of like reforming the question I asked earlier, but how soon do you think you're going to be able to expand? Because I know that majority of the revenue coming into your business is through lashes. When do you think it's the right time? Cool, I can pivot and start offering more services now.
I'm going to give it like a year. I don't know. I do want to start teaching people to do lashes too. So that's like another service I'm going to add. And maybe after that's going, then I can expand because obviously I'm going to get more revenue from that.
Oh, okay.
Just because like I took 3 lash classes and yeah, I learned a lot, but there are some things that I wish that I knew. I wish that I knew back then. And I want to teach that to, my future students. Like something that they didn't teach me in those classes, like how important it is for like the environment of the room, like temperature. Like, I mean, they go over that, but like that will make or break your set. Like your glue will dry too slow and like all the technicalities of it.
Oh, okay.
And like how you position yourself on the chair, like
what do you mean
how
position
you market
yourself?
Like I have some days where my back and my neck are super strained, and I just wish that I was taught like the proper way to like position myself on a client, where my hands aren't like compromised, where I don't want to get carpal tunnel in the future.
So let's say this is a person's head. I'm gonna make a wild guess right now and tell me if I'm right or wrong, or if I'm getting closer. So this is their head.
Yeah.
The rest of their body is going that way.
Yeah.
Are you upside down like that? Like this? Like
I'm literally like that. Like this is their head. Maybe
Okay.
a little bit higher, but I'm literally like that. And sometimes if they're like too
so they
low,
can see up your nose?
Yeah, probably. Well, I have a face mask on.
Okay.
But I mean, like,
do you wear goggles?
No, I used to wear like glasses that are like magnifying glasses, and that just like made my vision so bad. But I just have. That's why my lights are so bright. Because it's just so hard to see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't shake or anything?
When I do lashes?
Yeah.
All the time. Like, dude, I still do. I've been doing lashes for 2 years, and like, I still have those, especially with new clients.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know how their eyes are. Like, I don't know how they're going to be when they walk in. I still have that anxiety all the time. Like, how it's going to go about. Like, are they going to have a million lashes? So it's still there. But
Dang. Give me
it's
one
part
sec.
of the progress.
Part of the progress, everyone.
Yeah.
Before I get into the next segment of this podcast, I actually want to do a quick shout out really quick to Playground Studios. Playground Studios is your one-stop shop for marketing and creative videos. So if you're looking for very fun videos for your business, visit playgroundstudios.com. A lot of the stuff on there is very quirky and Kickstarty and Indiegogo-ish. So that's the plug, because you can't really see the logo, but back over here, that is where we're at. And they're letting me use this studio space to help me grow my brand, because that's what they're all about. They don't care too much about, the super technical aspects of things. They're all about producing results. That was a very, very terrible way to plug a business. I think they're going to kick me out of this place soon because of that. But we've been talking so much about beauty and lashes and social media on this episode. I want to do a little bit of a quick speed round segment before we get to the end of our time here. So the first question is going to be, back in your high school days, what is one band and or song that you enjoyed?
One band?
Like I don't know if you had an emo stage. I know I did.
In high school.
Or even middle school.
I was I liked slow songs, not bands, but I just liked slow songs. I was like a very emotional person. I love Neo.
Neo?
Neo.
Okay.
was my favorite.
So were you so sick of love songs?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I got my heart broken. Just
okay,
kidding.
yeah, right.
No, really, but really though.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if nowadays you listen to Miss Independent while you're
Hey, that's my favorite karaoke song.
They have that on karaoke? Which karaoke bars are you going to?
The one in Milpitas.
I didn't.
Their songs, they have a lot of, what is it? What is that song? A Star is Born song and A Star is Born songs. I love that movie, by the way.
That was my next question. I was like, what's a movie you recently saw? Oh my, okay.
That, you already know
Dude.
that. It's A Star is Born. I can watch that once a week and not be tired of it. And yeah.
See, the thing is, I watched that whole movie through once and it was in theaters. And the thing is, even though I've watched it once, I still think it is the best movie I have ever seen. And a lot of a lot of my friends know that when it comes to movies, I'm a little bit of a movie snob. And like they could be like, "Oh, did you watch the latest Transformers?" And I'm just like, "Nope, didn't like it," because I'm just like, "Oh, it's all CGI and blah blah blah." I'm literally that guy.
Yeah.
But no, A Star is Born. I know it's a remake of I think a 60s or a 50s movie. But dude, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga in that movie were the shiznit.
I know. I don't know if they're together in real life, but I wish they were.
They are not. And let me tell you why. Because I was watching the live performance because Lady Gaga actually has a show in Vegas. And
he was like a...
So what happened
was in it, right?
Exactly. So what happened was Bradley Cooper visited her show during one of her shows in Vegas, and she took a chance and was like, "Bradley, could you come up here and sing this with me if that's okay with you?" And he came up. And the thing is, man, like the way those two look at each other, I'm like, dude, you guys are not in character right now. The way you guys look at each other, that is not. Come on, you can't mess around with this. You know. Here's the thing. This is what sucks. Because I think Bradley Cooper's married.
No, he's not. He actually broke up with his girlfriend.
Recently?
Well, I don't know his life, but I swear I was reading onto it like that a little after they were performing at the Emmy Awards, I think, right?
Yep.
A little after that, he was with somebody, and then after that, they weren't. Because that was the first time we've seen them performing and all that chemistry on the set.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yep. Because I don't know who he was dating at the time. Because she saw that red flag. It's like, that means I gotta go.
Yeah.
Because man, see, the thing is, a lot of girls gotta worry about their mans and all these other girls in Vegas and messing around. But whoever dates Bradley Cooper, they got to worry about one girl, and that's Lady Gaga. When he goes to Vegas,
I know.
That's a wrap, son.
Right?
Okay. I have about 2 more questions for you. We're nearing the end of our time here, but the last part of this speed round is, I know you travel a lot. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what the definition of a lot is, but I know you love traveling.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Where let's say, where's your favorite destination that you've been to recently, and
Cancun.
Why? Cancun?
Cancun. We're going next year, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
It's just fun. The beach is nice. I mean, I love all-inclusives. Like me and my boyfriend, we love all-inclusives. Everything's included, like your food and your drinks. You just, it's the best vacation. Nice? Yeah, there's a bunch of different hotels. But yeah, Cancun for sure.
How much am I looking to spend on one of the things that you did?
For the whole trip?
The entire trip.
For Cancun, it's probably gonna be you can do it's like 1,000 to 1,200, and that's for 4 or 5 days.
What, 4 or 5 days? So I basically just have to get a passport, and it's 1,200. But how do you get around? Do you stay at the resort?
There's a bunch of, if you want, but there's a bunch of different excursions that you can book. There's, what is it? The not paddle boating, zip lining. There's a zip lining ones. There's the catamaran cruise where you're in open water and you just drink rum and snorkel and all that.
You call it excursions. That sounds pretty intense.
Yeah, excursions are just mini little trips.
Okay. Because it sounds because when you say excursion,
an adventure,
I'm thinking of dude, we're gonna go freaking wild thornberries over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's my last question of that speed round. And to kind of close this off, I want to say, let's say that I am a young girl out of high school named MJ. And the thing is, like, yeah, my parents want me to finish college and whatnot, but I have like a real big passion in the beauty industry, lashes, hair, and whatnot, what have you. And I don't know, I really don't know where to start.
Yeah.
For that first year, what do you think I should be doing?
Like before going to college?
Yeah, I mean, well, so I'm going to be starting college that year, but you know, deep down inside, the beauty industry is where I want to be at. Like even after I graduate college, and I want to make sure that I want to make sure that I am building a foundation that once I graduate college, I'll pretty much be okay with what I want to do in the beauty industry.
Yeah. Social media, for sure. I mean, even if she's not sure yet, just like, you know, having an Instagram where you can post your passions will help you out, you know. It's a motivating thing too. Like maybe at that point she won't care about like who's liking her stuff, but that's more of like a drive for her, like, you know, to constantly post just like for herself.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how I was like before. I mean, I just posted because I wanted to post. I wanted, you know, I liked it. Like I wanted to post like my makeup. I even used to do YouTube too.
Like tutorials?
Tutorials, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I used to do YouTube tutorials.
Mariell fan over here.
Yeah, I don't know why I just forgot about that. And then I didn't post it for the likes. I posted it because I wanted to do it, and like it was fun for me to edit these and like and all that.
And I think that's really important too, because especially if you're interested in something, or even like you just want to test waters, I think social media is the way to go.
Yeah.
And not because you're looking for likes or you're looking for that that stimulant from the likes. You're actually kind of like looking for the feedback, and on top of that too, once you get involved in your community in any industry that you're in, you get a taste of what that industry is really like. Because once you start meeting people, I'm sure once you started meeting Mackenzie. Once you start meeting other people in the industry that you're interested in, you start to understand the realities of it, right? And then so not only like the really good points, because of course, I said it in my pilot, a lot of social media for the most part is a celebration. But once you start getting involved with other people who are doing it, you get to understand the bad days of it.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah.
And it's important to learn those bad days too, because from there you get to decide, is this for me? Like if I go into an all-time low, will I be able to persevere and power through it? And is that amount of stress worth it for me? Do I love this enough to go through that kind of crucible? Oh, that's what this podcast is all about, the crucible.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we're, and I think it's with the whole self-awareness thing. You gotta, that's where you gotta understand. But yeah, you know, social media, use it to test waters, everyone, you know, and don't be afraid to DM people, because that's what I started doing now. I used to DM strangers. I used to be like, hey, what's up, man? I love your work. I've been following you for some time now, and if you ever have a shoot where you would want some behind the scenes or whatnot, I would love to come out there, shout at you, and I'll create some free content for you. And that's something that worked for me, because a lot of people that branch out and reach out to people, they're asking for shit, and that's a problem, because if you go out there and you're just somebody who seems like, hey, I'm just looking out for myself, what can you do for me? That sucks. Right? You got to be able to express the value that you're going to be giving into this industry, even if that means other people who are already deep into it. If you're trying to help them out, they'll kind of get an idea that, oh, you're really serious about it. Wow, I totally just took your thunder right now.
No, you're
okay,
good.
I'm sorry about that. But
no, you're good.
So on top of social media, right? When do you think when do you think it's the right time for somebody who's starting out to start investing in like a lot of like equipment? I know you said you had like a beauty bed. Is that what what it was called? So
Yeah,
when do you
massage
think,
table.
Is that what it? Oh, so it's
Massage table. Yeah, massage table.
oh, so it's technically a massage table.
Yeah.
So, oh, it's a little bit inclined in the back over there.
You can, but mine's just straight down.
Oh, okay. So when do you think it's the right time to start investing in more equipment like that? Because I know I see a lot of even like makeup artists, like some of them they just use like a freaking party chair.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So when do you think is the right time for that?
I feel like there's not really a right time. It's really how much you want to put in yourself. You know, like the point of it is like you're not really sure of like what the outcome's going to be. But if your passion's there and you know you want to keep working on it, then just do it. Like I spent like so much money, like even taking the class, like I wasn't even sure, like my first lash class, like I wasn't even sure like I was into it like as much as I am now. You know, just I guess you just have that feeling. I'm being like cliche, that feeling.
Oh man.
You just have that feeling that you know it's your path, you know you want to do it, then just work for it. Who cares about, I mean, obviously you're going to go through, like, you're going to deal with some negativity or whatever, but that's just how it was for me. And it's so weird because I never thought I would feel like this, you know? But if you do have a passion for something, then just do the hindsight thing and just keep going.
Oh,
right?
okay. So, yeah, Mariell is telling us, have some tunnel vision, everyone.
Yeah. Is it that? Did I do it?
So, you know what you look like? You look like one of those stagecoach horses.
Tunnel vision. That's the word.
The horses that have like the little eye things right there, so they only look forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And a lot of us, you know, we like to talk about the word passion and, you know, and tunnel vision. And another thing that you must know is the self-awareness part of it as well. Just kind of like, how much do you really love this? Like, what do you
have to ask yourself
exactly. Like, do you actually like working with your hands and doing freaking like essentially lash glue surgery I feel like is what you're doing. Or do you like the celebration that you see on social media? 'Cause
Yeah.
some people, that's just what it's about.
Like,
and that sucks, you know? And that's fine. If you later down the road you feel like it's not working out, then that's totally cool. But the unfortunate part, sometimes people do need that positive feedback.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of that's your water. And
No,
a
go
lot
for
of
it.
and a lot of people you know, they like to invest in those very nice business cards. Man, there's something about you beauticians, man. You guys all have really nice business cards. What's up with that? Do you guys have like a business card guy?
I have no, mine's still in the works. Actually, I already made it. I just haven't printed it out.
Dude.
I don't know. I just like nice business cards.
It's like it's like
it's the way you brand yourself too.
Yeah,
you know?
are you guys like emailing Banksy or something? Because I don't know, there's something about those business cards that look really dope.
Yeah, but I mean, if you once you have someone's business card and it's like flashy and looks nice, you know, I mean that's still something that you want to contact them with.
So, final words from you. I would like to hear is what do you want to for the remainder of this year, what is the short-term goal and other people and advice that you would give other people in your industry right now?
Short-term goal.
Short-term goal for the rest of 2019. I know, and the answer cannot be setting up your studio because I know you're doing that soon.
Say that.
So this could either touch on either your skills or your customer relationship. Skills as well, so it could really be anything. What do you want to improve on?
Definitely my skills. I feel like there's still a lot for me to learn. So I would just want to be slower. Like I just want to take my time more to like, perfect my craft. It's gonna be good for my business because like once I post more, you know, it's just. People will come for the quality. I mean, there will be people who will come for the price, but I want to attract people who come for the quality of work, no matter if it takes me forever, you know, because that's the clientele that I want. Yeah.
Okay. So what I got from that is you're planning on building your brand where where you want to have your clients understand that you're the right fit for the services they want. And I deal with that a lot too, where people are kind of just going to me based on price.
Yeah.
But I want, that's actually a short-term goal for me as well for this year. I want to have clients where when I meet with them or talk with them, we're not deciding on price, but we're deciding on whether or not we're the right fit to work together in the first place.
Yeah.
And I think that's how any business can survive healthy long term.
Yeah.
So Mariell, thank you so much for that.
Thanks.
And let's say bye to the viewers who are on YouTube. I know a lot of people are going to be listening to this on iTunes or Spotify, the Creative Crucible podcast hosted by MJ Vallejo. Let's do a final cheers if you have any liquid in that cup.
A little bit, but
a little bit. Cheers. Oh, by the way, if you are interested in lashes, Mariell, please let us know where we can find your social media and website, or how we can contact you in getting some lashes done.
Well, my Instagram handle is Marvelush.Beauty. My website is still under construction, but will be up. Yeah, so that's like the best way to contact me, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
My email is marvelushbeauty@gmail.com.
Oh,
You want to email me.
If you like this podcast episode, feel free to hit the 5-star button on iTunes or Spotify, or give it a positive review. If you don't like it, you can give it a 1-star as well, because that's what the Creative Crucible podcast is all about, is getting millennials or small business owners or freelancers like you and me the feedback that we need to grow our business and keep it healthy long term.